Hi, this is the second week as Axialent CEO, and as I expected, my schedule keeps getting busier and busier, but I'm keeping under control. I already have this discipline of blocking my time for deep work and thinking instead of just turning it into a complete unmanageable schedule. With that said, I do have more pressures for meetings, and that's such an interesting topic because everybody complains about them, and I see why. Lots of meetings, right? Majority of them are not well planned and are just a waste of time. And there's entire articles, books, posts, you name it, on how to drive better meetings. So you can look up on information on that. I like to share a different insight, and that is that now that I'm stepping into this position, I'm discovering a new. It's almost like a new level of depth or effort that needs to be put into the meeting. And it's somehow reminiscent to high intensity interval training for those of you that are into athletic endeavors. So you need to jump into the meeting, give it your all, cognitively and from an energy perspective, and then you have a period of rest before you have to go for another interval, which is the next meeting. And going to that deeper level of cognitive engagement is quite challenging, but it's also what makes the difference because you're raising the average level of energy and demand of those in the group when you do that. So all leaders exhibit that. We all at Axion do it one way or the other. Now it's my responsibility more than ever before to keep on doing that for our entire organization. Now, what does that translate into? There's lots of meetings in which just, in all companies, kind of exploring the edges of the issue. At some point, we're just beating around the bush. And at some point, we need to be very concrete. Here's the heart of the matter. And a lot of times, the heart of the matter are things that happen in between persons, personal matters, between those in the teams. Like, I don't like that you are taking this level of control over my resources. I don't like how you're influencing how this is encroaching onto my territory, this type of things. But we don't talk openly about those because it's very uncomfortable. So then we just use all this proxy intermediate language that is very defensible from an intellectual perspective. Well, of course, we need to look at this, and there's this metrics, and here's my organization, and we get super sophisticated at covering BS and making it sound like it's business terms. But at the heart of the matter, many times, is just a problem that if people work on it as individuals and say, here's what I am feeling, here's what I'm really concerned about, here's what I'm trying to defend, here's what I'm trying to protect, here's what matters to me, here's what I think matters to you, and you clarify that and you have those conversations, things move a lot better. Now, a lot of times we will shy away from doing that in meetings, and many times meetings are not the right place to do that. But one thing is for sure, the more conversations like this we have, the better meetings work because we can get to the substance of what we need to address instead of just skirting to the issue because there's something that we don't really want to face or that makes us uncomfortable. So, high level insight. I'll be sharing more detail about this later on. But for the time being, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.